Welcome to the Daily Meal for Monday the 18th of January 2021. And we got confirmation of which was rumoured on some of the message boards, but we've got a statement coming out of Gary Rowett's speaking to the press. This is from londonnewsonline.co.uk. The big news that come out was Murray Wallace has broken his foot. Let's read this story. It says, Millwall set to move into transfer markets for central defender after Murray Wallace breaks his foot. Murray Wallace is facing a number of weeks on the sidelines after breaking a bone in his foot, with Millwall now targeting bringing in a central defender in this transfer window. The Scot was suspended for the FA Cup tie at Boreham Wood, but has missed the Lions' last two championship outings. Millwall manager Gary Rowett said it looks as though he will be out for a month and beyond. It depends on how the injury heals. It's a very, very small fracture in his foot. The initial prognosis that it could take between 5 and 9 weeks to heal is disappointing and left us defensively short. It means it is an area in this market we are looking at as well. It has really been almost an anomaly of the season, not just the pandemic, but we've had so many different things we've had to deal with since the end of last season. But we've got to deal with it and got to come out of it stronger. If we can do that, we'll be in a very, very good team and a very strong side for years to come. But we have to get through it. We're getting a lot of challenges at the moment, and we need to start rising to those challenges. End quote from Gary Rowett. Now, this is a bit surprising. It was rumoured around on the message boards and on Twitter, I think. But this is the first time that something's been said about it from the club. I mean, in the previous, we've had 2 games. They said there he's missed 2 games. Now, in the match previews for those 2 games, it did not say that Murray Wallace would not be playing because he had injured his foot. Now, what is going on with that? If one of your players is missing, that's what the match preview is there for. And these games of football, especially at a championship level, are having millions and millions of pounds in bets placed on them. And the whole idea of the team news ahead of the game is to let people who are making bets know if a player is or isn't going to be available. And the first time we've heard about this, about Murray Wallace's broken foot, is after he's missed 2 games, and he didn't say that he would miss 2 games because of that. And a lot of people who weren't in the know, they thought, he's missing the games because he's suspended. No, because he got sent off for 2 yellow cards. 2 yellow cards leading to a red card is just a 1-match ban, which was the Boreham Wood game. So he's missed 1 game through suspension and he's missed 2 games through injury, but it wasn't declared in the match previews on the official site. Because all they said was Billy Mitchell and Conor Mahoney have resumed training, but it's unlikely to feature. They didn't say anything about Murray Wallace. What is going on here? This is weird and weird and weird. Everything is something not right here. I don't know what's going on, but the guy who does the match previews for the Millwall website didn't know about this. They didn't bother telling him. I know everything's on Zoom now, but I mean, come on, what is happening, man? This is just something's. I don't know. It's all a bit weird. They wouldn't come out and tell everyone in the match previews for 2 games that one of the players won't be playing because he's broken his foot. I don't know. It's all a bit weird. And so we have this as well from Gary Rowett. This is also from londonnewsonline.co.uk, which is the online version of the South London Press. It's Richard Cooley. This is Gary Rowett has confirmed Millwall have lodged transfer bids for targets. The Lions have won 2 of their last 16 in all competitions, and Rowett is keen to shake up the complexion of his squad. South Londoners are yet to make an addition in the January window. Yep, it's the 18th now. 2 more weeks to go, and no one in, no one out. No one in, no one out. Asked about an update on the transfer front, Rowett replied, we're in a similar position. We're working really, really hard. We've got a couple of offers out to clubs for players, and we'll wait and see if they develop. But at the same time, we are looking at other options. What is really difficult is that no one wants to let their best players go. It's the same if someone came in for one of our players. No one is paying top for money for what players are worth because there has been less money in the game. Because of that lack of income due to empty stadiums, it means no one is going to be tempted to sell their best players. The challenge is to try and get the ideal player, but there is a feeling for myself that we might have to move forward and just get some players in, regardless of whether they are ideal ones or perfect long-term ones. We need to affect the team in the short term, and we need that little bit of blend of new players coming into the building. We're working incredibly hard to do that. So we've made bids for players that have probably been rejected or just not responded to because they're probably too busy. Maybe they got insulted by the low offers we made, or they're just too busy laughing their guts up to respond. But it seems he's just going to piss money away anyway, just to bring mediocre players in to go with the mediocre players we've already got at the club. Just spend money for the sake of spending money. If you want to bring new players in to shake things up, why don't you do what you've done with Danny McNamara? Danny McNamara's come in, he shook things up. There's at least 2 players in the under 23s that you can bring in to shake things up. Aidan Muller. Why don't you bring Aidan Muller into cover for Murray Wallace? Have him on the bench. He's done alright in a couple of games so far this season. Even playing at right back. He can be sat on the bench in case we need him. Yep, so there's that. We will be buying players, even if they're rubbish ones that won't impact the team or improve the team, because Gary Rowett needs someone new to speak to. So there you go. Also today there was a game. It was the Millwall under 23s at home at the training ground to Ipswich Town, and they lost 1-0. It was a very heartbreaking defeat. It was basically the last kick of the game, and this is from Millwall official site millfc.co.uk. And it says here, Mill under 23s were defeated 1-0 by Ipswich Town in the Professional Development League on Monday afternoon. Idris El Mizumi struck the winner 3 minutes into stoppage time to break the Lions' hearts and condemn Kevin Nugent's side to defeat on their own patch. Millwall were presented with a huge opportunity to take the lead after just 3 minutes, but after Nana Boateng crossed for Junior Tenzia, the left back got his effort wrong and failed to threaten the Ipswich goal. Tenzia then struck just wide of the near post almost midway through the first half before Dan Moss's cross was headed over by George Alexander on the half-hour mark. Ruben Duncan's free kick was then gathered by the Ipswich keeper at the second attempt as Millwall were more than dominant force in front of goal. Duncan then sent another free kick just wide of the far post as the half-time whistle blew, with Boateng having the first effort of the second half, shooting into the side netting after creating some space for himself for a shot. Alex Mitchell then had to stand firm to block a couple of tractor boy shots, but after Tyler Borey struck over as the closing stages began and the goal looked certain, El Mizumi's effort from range found the net to win the game for Ipswich Town. Next up for Mill was under 23s. Is a home game with QPR on Tuesday the 26th of January next week, and the team was Sanford in goal, Moss, Tenzia, Muller, Alex Mitchell, Topolodge, Berry, Duncan, Skeffington, Alexander, Sean O'Brien came on as a sub for him. Nana Boateng, Davies come on as a sub for him. The subs not used were Gilmore, Abdul Malik, and Allen. And there was that. Yep, that was a 1-0 loss. Just a bit gutting to lose the last minute like that, but it is what it is. That's all the Millwall news for today. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.